Okay, let's do some junk food, guys. It's kind of late, so the lighting might not be so great, but this kind of lighting I think is perfect for junk food. I have three things that I thought were kind of unique to the area here in Jamaica, things that kind of stood out to me. The first one is Classic Selects by Sunshine Snacks, as you can see here. And this one it's like a variety thing. It's kind of like that, was a club mix that you can get in the US that's like pretzels and Cheetos and like a little Dorito bit and stuff like that. Only this one, it has different things in it. So we've got Cornados. Whatever that. My camera is showing everything backwards for some reason. We've got Cornados, Cheesies, pretzels. I know about that one, and Olé. Now, Olé I've actually reviewed on a past Jared's Junk Food, but pretty sure it was a different Olé than this Olé. This is Olé, Winky Eye Cocoa. What does that say? Fruit. Cocoa fruit. So, like my reasoning sentence tells me not to eat something that says the words cocoa and winky eye on the same package. I think that that's normally not a sign of quality to eat something that's like chocolate winky eye. But I'm going to try it anyway. Fun to know that no matter what country you're in, you will find a product with Olé in it. I thought this would be a good way to try a few different things in one. They sold all of these things in separate bags, but this one was like a party mix thing. So that's the first one. So let's first dive into here. Let's give this a try. This is like the least interesting of the three, by the way. Let's start there. Okay, this is apparently a Cornado, which is a Bugle ripoff, apparently. But as you can see, it actually looks different. It doesn't have the little ridges that a Bugle would have. It looks a little bit puffed up, too. Interesting. That is not a Bugle. That's pretty far from a Bugle. But it's trying to be one. It tastes kind of like if you were to take a Bugle, but give it the texture of like Captain Crunch. It's got like a cereal kind of texture to it. And the flavor is like, it's like corn, but it's like a Bugle that went through a cloning machine like way too many times. That's kind of what that tastes like. It's like got some similarities, but a little bit off. Pretzel. Tastes just like a pretzel. This is a Cheesy, which appears to be a Dorito ripoff. It's like barbecue flavor. It's alright. It tastes like a corn chip, but a little weak, you know? And doesn't have as much of a crunch to it. It's like a little flat tasting. I wouldn't say it tastes like a Dorito, that's for sure. And here it appears to be some sort of cheese doodle, and I'm guessing that this is the Olé. It could be the Cheesy, but I think it's the Olé. But, you know, that's just like, from what I remember looking at the individual bags, I think that's what this is. But that is not a Cheeto. It's oddly a little sweet. It's similar to a Cheeto, but the cheese dust is from a different source. The texture is on point. That's right. The flavor, no. That cheese dust on there, it's close, but it has almost like a little bit of a berry kind of flavor. Also kind of like a little bit like cereal. Like a Captain Crunch berry got mixed into that. Yeah, so that's alright. It's fine, but it seems like everything in here is like trying to be something else. If they were like shaped differently, and were just like being their own thing, like if that Cornado, instead of looking like a bugle, was like a little square or something, it was just like, I'm not going to try to be something else, I would have eaten that and been totally happy. But because like everything is like trying to be like something else, it's not hitting it. It's missing the mark. But on its own, just like taking it for what it is, it's okay. Not as good as the things that they're trying to be, but like they're all right for what they are. Yeah. Speaking of things tasting like Captain Crunch, this one, cherry berries. It appears to be exactly that. This looks like this is supposed to be like cheese balls, but they're berry flavored. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should probably say, yeah, this is made in Jamaica. This one actually is from Trinidad and Tobago. So this is from Trinidad and Tobago, not from Jamaica. This one was manufactured in Jamaica. That's worth pointing out. Alright. Wow. Holy mother of God. That is a very strong artificial fruit smell. They look like little... Yep, they look like little pink cheese balls, that's for sure. Oh, that's weird. It's like... It's not really like Captain Crunch berries, because the texture is a bit fluffier. You know, Captain Crunch berries have a crunch to them. This doesn't have that kind of crunch. They're crunchy, but they're crunchy the way like a cheese ball is. Very artificial berry flavor. I wouldn't say it tastes like cherries. It just tastes like berry flavor, like strawberry, raspberry. Throw a cherry in there, I guess, even though that's not really a berry, and every other kind of berry, and just kind of like try to make it kind of like that, but also like an approximation, so it doesn't taste like any kind of berry, really. But I say it's probably closest to a maybe like artificial strawberry flavor, maybe like a little bit like, it tastes a little bit like Nesquik. It's almost like a little milky tasting. Yeah, that's all right. It's just weird. I've never had anything like that. It feels like I should put milk on this and eat it. You know, I'm used to having things like this in cereal, not as a snack that you just eat like, out of hand. So that's interesting. And the final thing that I got is a bulla. This is Cinnabulla. And bulla, I think, is just like bulla cake. It's like a type of baked good that is available in Jamaica. They had other varieties, they had other flavors available, but I got this one because it seemed to be the most appealing one to me. Also a product of Jamaica from Port Antonio, which I'm going to next. So this will be a little taste of things to come. That's good. And this packaging is like, just, I tried ripping it, it just like split in all directions. Ooh, that smells good. That's a nice gingerbready kind of smell. Ooh, that smells nice. Alright. I like it. It's kind of like a cross between a cookie and a biscuit. It's like too bready to be a cookie, and it's too sweet to be a biscuit. It's a little dry, so eating this on its own is a bit much. I would say like eating this with a drink That'd be good. Like I say, cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of milk, like whatever you want, whatever you like to dip your cookies in. It needs that, but the flavor it has is good. It's kind of like, you know, like why you would like a scone. You know, it's like very dry, but has a nice flavor and goes well with other things. It doesn't like steal the show away from a cup of coffee, but it would go with it. I like this thing. And this is probably the most Jamaican thing that I have here too, which is nice. This has like an actual connection to the culture here. This is something people eat here. It's a Jamaican thing. These things are just like, you know, garbage food, junk food for the kids, you know. So it's like trying to be something to appeal to children. It's kind of commercial. This though, yeah, this I feel like this is something that enriches my experience coming to Jamaica. This just gives me calories. I want to give a special shout out to AltPod and Smarter Every Day. They are mega patrons over on patreon.com. Patreon is how this channel happens. It's how I can afford to do all the things that I do. So if you want to help me out by supporting the channel and getting some bonuses along the way, check out the description. I also have these shirts for sale. Those are in the description as well. See you next time. Bye.